All right, let's get right into it. We're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden blueprints, the real playbook that generational power uses to basically own a city like London. And the whole point is, it's a system designed to stay just out of sight. Seriously, let that sink in for a second. The next time you're walking through London, you're not just on public ground. You're actually on a privately owned chessboard, a multi-billion-dollar one. And the real players, well, they've perfected the art of being ghosts.
So that's the big mystery, right? You see all the famous landmarks, the skyscrapers, the palaces, all of it. But who really owns the dirt underneath it all? It's time to meet the invisible landlords.
And look, when we say that, we're not talking about some tech mogul who just bought a new skyscraper. No, this is a totally different kind of wealth. It's older, it's quieter, it's what you could call an invisible aristocracy, a group that pulls the strings without ever needing the spotlight.
So how on earth do you hold on to that kind of power for centuries, through wars, revolutions, you name it? Well, it's not just about having deep pockets. It all starts with their first blueprint, mastering the art of soft power. It's all about branding and controlling how you see them.
And here's a perfect example of how they do it. The adaptability is just incredible. Think about this. During World War I, the royal family had a German name, Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. In a war against Germany? Yeah, that was let's just say, a really bad look. So what did they do? Boom, they rebranded, became the very, very British House of Windsor. It was a genius PR move, and it kept the whole machine chugging right along. And that right there is soft power in a nutshell. They figured out a long, long time ago that what people think about you is just as valuable as what you own. It's how they've managed to stick around, to stay relevant, while so many other powerful families have just disappeared.
Okay, so a killer brand keeps you popular, keeps the public on your side, but that's only one piece of the puzzle. Now we get to the money. Let's look at blueprint number 2, this billion-dollar loophole that keeps their wealth locked down and hidden in plain sight. The absolute key to all of this, the financial magic trick, is this phrase, held in trust. Now, what does that mean? It's a legal setup where, on paper, they don't actually own this massive fortune. Not like you and I own our phones or our homes. It means they get to enjoy all the perks of being imaginably wealthy without any of the direct accountability that comes with it. And just to be clear, we are not talking about a couple of nice houses. These great estates, the Crown Estate, the duchies, these are colossal, multi-billion-dollar portfolios. We're talking about everything from the high-end shops on Regent Street all the way to huge chunks of the UK seabed. I mean, this is the engine that powers the entire system. So you see the genius of it? This structure, this loophole, lets them live like billionaires, all the palaces, all the perks, but they get to sidestep the intense scrutiny and, the taxes that a normal billionaire would face. It's the secret sauce that has allowed this whole operation to survive pretty much any scandal you can think of. All right, so Blueprint 1, the brand is solid. Blueprint 2, the money is untouchable. But property and cash, that's not enough. You need people. And that brings us to the third blueprint, playing the marriage game. This is all about building a network of people that's basically unbeatable. And trust me, this is a move straight out of the old school elite playbook. It is not a new idea. Just look at history. You had the Habsburgs, who basically used marriage like a weapon to take over Europe, or the Vanderbilts in America, who tangled up their family tree to dominate finance. It's an ancient and super effective way to lock down power. Today, there's a name for it, establishment ascent. And the goal is incredibly simple, but also incredibly ambitious. You weave your family's network into every single corridor of power. We're talking banking, politics, real estate, you name it. The point isn't just to own the things anymore. The point is to own the system itself. So let's put it all together. You've got the brand, you've got the money protected, and you've got the network. When you lock all three of those blueprints together, what do you get? You get the final picture, a machine that runs itself, a system that's almost impossible to stop. And that's when it clicks. The politicians and public figures you see on TV every night, they're not the ones really running the show. The real power belongs to these quiet, almost invisible caretakers of the brand. They're managing a machine that was built to outlive any single person. And you better believe this machine is designed to protect itself. How? Well, for starters, the supreme boss isn't even a person. It's a ghost. It's an idea, a brand. Then you have all these layers of people like a buffer between the crown and any potential crime or scandal. And that That is why the machine just keeps humming. It doesn't matter who's on the throne. It doesn't matter what the scandal of the week is.
So really, it all comes down to this. There are two kinds of wealth, two kinds of power. On one hand, you have that cowboy grit, that flashy, look at me, new money. They want their name on the building. But on the other hand, you have establishment dissent. And that is quiet. It's invisible. It's legacy power that prefers to stay in the shadows. Because, let's be honest, it's a lot harder to fight something you can't even see. It kind of makes you look at a city like London in a completely different way, doesn't it? So, I'll leave you with a question to chew on. If you were playing this centuries-long game of power, which one of these massive great estates would you want to have in your portfolio?